Hello, Thatters. Step right up, because I have officially gotten my ticket to the circus. Yeah, I'm already sick of this joke, so point is, the Circus album, I'm about to listen to it for the first time. And as always, I'm super excited. Gonna get right into it, so if you'd like to see the full-length version of this video, you can do so on my Patreon, which is linked in the description below. First track, The Garden. I'm assuming it's not the garden at Madison Square. Or the one of Eden.
And the fisherman came back across the water, and the people started running in the park, and the music played, and it felt so good to hear. This is the life we've been given, so open your mind and start living. Everyone, can you hear the soldiers coming? Everyone,
Now I can.
every man and every woman, we all fall in the
Horns?
We're just miracles that matter, so come on, let me love you. Then the crowd began to head for the horizon, a million people walking back to work.
That was a gorgeous way to introduce the album, and I love that every section was sung by a different member. It made sense for them to do it that way, in my opinion, given the lyrical content. Very celebratory. And the next track is Greatest Day, which I have of course reacted to, and already know I love, so let's get into it.
Today this could be the greatest day of our lives. Can you see it? Can you see it in my eyes? Can you feel it now?
Oh my friggin' gosh.
You hold it in your arms tonight.
Definitely did not appreciate how tight those harmonies were when I first heard the song.
And the world comes alive, and the world comes alive, and the world comes alive. Oh, stay close to me.
I said this in my initial reaction to Greatest Day, but I think the magic of that song is in its gradual increase in intensity. The funny thing about Greatest Day is that it's even louder than The Garden, but it's also less dramatic than The Garden. So those are two tracks that are kind of doing the same thing in a general sense, but fairly different approaches. And they both work. Also, props to them for being able to make such an uplifting song without it being super cheesy. Even if you mean well, it's very easy to take it too far and lose the heart. To credit them as songwriters once again, that's one of their strengths, is being able to translate their positivity in a very genuine way. Alright, next up, Hello.
I'd watch the world go by in the morning, lose myself in the news. Looks like the cost of houses are falling, but I don't notice. All the bells are ringing now, and all the birds are singing now. Glad you took the time to say hello. Oh, oh, oh. It's a lovely day. It's a lovely day. Never thought that anyone could change my view, but everything looks different when I'm looking with you. Glad you took the time to say hello. Hello, hello. All the
That track could have easily been a single. Again, loved the retro vibe of it so much. In fact, the feeling it gave me reminded me a lot of Shine, but they are two completely different takes on a retro sound. I think that's one of the strongest lead vocal performances I've heard from Mark in a Take That context so far, so that was very cool. And of course, what's not to love about the lighthearted nature of it? Next up, we have Set It All, which I have also reacted to, and my goodness, what an iconic music video. But this will be my first time hearing it without the distraction of the video.
Been standing here for days and days. Said it all, nothing to say at all.
What do you mean nothing to say at all? You were just saying hello. What happened? This is an unfortunate development. I love that they don't bring the full drums in until the second chorus. So, a huge difference I'm noticing already with this album is it's very string and piano heavy, whereas Beautiful World was very, very guitar heavy. And I'm especially loving the strings on this album because it's giving each track a very cinematic feel, and it just heightens the atmosphere of this record because it's very theatrical in its presentation. And I'm looking forward to seeing if any of that changes with the second half of the album. As for Set It All, still love that song to death. Still can't shake the visuals of them as sad clowns, but honestly, doesn't bother me. That video was wildly entertaining, and as you can see, it stuck with me. For me, there is no question as to why Set It All was a single. Alright, next up, Julie.
What's your problem? Won't you tell me what's going on? Julie, come to your window.
I feel like they're disturbing Julie's neighbors. Not to be a negative Nancy.
It's not a good thing to cry today. So come on, change, change, change. There's a band outside and they're playing now.
I am absolutely in love with Mark constantly flipping into his falsetto. Goose bumps. I've no idea who Miss Julie is, but I am pretty darn sure I've just heard what will end up being a top 3 track for me. Mark absolutely annihilated that song. Easily one of my favorite lead vocals from him in a Take That song. Next up, The Circus, title track time.
Silence please, 'cause I've got something to say.
Hey.
And I'm going round in circles every day. The more I shout, the more I hesitate. Now that you're gone, now that you're gone. 'Cause everybody loves a circus show, but I'm the only clown you'll ever know.
Ouch.
Now you can applaud my best mistake. I love you was too many words to say. To say.
Oh, the strings. My goodness.
But I'm the only clown you'll ever know. And now you can applaud my best mistake.
I mean, talk about subverting my expectations. I did not expect a track from Take That titled The Circus to be a heartbreaking, stripped down ballad from Gary. But here we are, and that was frickin' beautiful. You know how I said Julie is easily one of my favorite Mark leads? Well, The Circus is another favorite Gary lead of mine. More than anything, it hit me in the feels melodically. Alright, how did it come to this? Now, I did see that Jason was listed as a lead on this track. I'm hoping that is the case.
Just the other day somebody said to me, hey, maybe you're just slightly schizophrenic and a little out of reach, my friend.
Hold on. Hold on, Jason. He just breezed through that first verse like he was racing Usain Bolt. How am I supposed to sing this in the shower? I don't think I have that kind of breath control.
How did it ever come to this? How did it come to this? How did it ever come to
This chorus is fantastic.
How did it ever come to? Jokes aside, please stay with me. It's just my way of compartmentalizing all the things I see. How did it come to this?
I can relate. And actually, knowing some of Jason's struggles, especially with anxiety, I feel like him singing the lead on that track was no coincidence. And as much as I joked about the verses being slightly chaotic, I mean, that's pretty much on brand for the meaning of the song. So I think that was also intentional. It felt like a stream of consciousness being thrown at the listener, but wrapped in a bow of pop perfection. All right, Up All Night.
Sometimes I see your face looking at me, all your love and grace wasted on you, all the talks we had never did no good.
You guys know I love
I don't need you to save me. Help me.
Sorry, got distracted. You guys know I love when they harmonize throughout the entire verse.
Pour another glass while I watch the bottle disappear, while I watch the morning light appear. I'm so tired of waiting here for nothing. I should be up all night. I met this girl last night and she said, why won't you marry me?
That was a super fun song, although I don't think it's going to be a top 3 track for me, at least not right now, but I didn't dislike it at all. But I have a feeling it's going to make for a darn good live performance, so I'm looking forward to that. Alright, what is love?
Is it a truth? Or is it a fear? Is
Is it a rose for my Valentine? What is love?
This is haunting.
If love is true, then let it break my heart. If love is fear, lead me to the dark. If love is a game, I'm playing all my cards. Oh,
That is easily my favorite lead vocal I've heard from Howard. To be fair, I feel like this is the first track where he's really gotten the opportunity to sing such an emotional song. Also, the instrumentation really suited his voice. I think that's another piece of the pie. Howard has quite a unique voice, so it's always nice to hear it backed by instrumentation that works so well with it. Also, it was quite dramatic, and you guys know I love a little drama, as does Howard. Alright, next up, You. Sounds like we're still giving drama.
It's not a spark that gives me life. It's not the days I'm up all night. Wasn't a question before I knew.
The guitar's nice.
Just an answer here by my side. I found it out just in time. It's you.
Well, it's nice that the song is giving me drama, but positivity. Romance.
It's you. Oh yeah. It's you.
Okay, I can't imagine a world where no one's used this as a wedding song.
It's you.
You kind of snuck up on me. I didn't expect it to go in the direction it went in, but I was pleasantly surprised. Again, it gave me such wedding vibes, and it kind of feels like the older sibling of Nobody Else, the song. I am certainly hoping for a live performance of that one. I just need Gary to knock my socks off. Alright, hold up a light.
You can dance if you like. You can sing every line of every song. No, you don't have to steal the show. It was your show all along as the...
Well, thank you, Mark.
Hold up the light for me, 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 oh. I'll be watching as the people start to stand up in the aisle.
Can't lie, he is painting a very convincing picture. I think this is the most theatrical song thus far. Darn you, Mark Owen, always getting me in my feels. I love that he sang the last "you" so quietly, and his vocal faded out with the instrumentation. It was so heartwarming. Overall, I feel the same way about that track as I do Up All Night. I'm going to need to listen to it again to fully appreciate it. I don't dislike it, it's just not going to be a top track for me. I thought the chorus was slightly repetitive, but it could grow on me. I'll just have to see. And lastly, we have Here. Well, actually, She Said is apparently the last track, but that's not available on US Spotify, so I am just going to include She Said with the other B-sides and or bonus tracks that you guys tell me about, and I will include my reaction to those in the Circus Tour reaction, which is coming soon, so stay tuned. All right, Here.
Up and down, all over merry-go-round. You went your way, I went my way. Said you'll see me down life's highway. A hell of a time to come knocking at my door. And it seems where I've come home to right here.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on to it. Oh, what a time to come back. Oh, what a time to come home. Oh, what a time to come back. Oh, what a time. Up and down.
The verses are so cheery, and the chorus
You
is
went
quite dark sounding.
said you'll see me down life's highway.
Nice juxtaposition.
A hell of a time.
Once again, they nailed it, in my opinion, with the closer, and I was once again very impressed by Howard's vocals. Howard and the other guy singing the background slapped me in the face with that chorus, and I must be a masochist because I want them to slap me again. That sounds a lot more sexual than I meant for it to, but oh well. Oh well. In all honesty, I just want to immediately watch the tour, because sonically this album has such a unique feel and specific soundscape. I need to see how they translated it into a live setting and what they did aesthetically. Loved that this album was so heavily piano and string driven. That was a lovely change of pace and a great way to separate this album from Beautiful World. As for my favorite songs, they would be The Garden, Greatest Day, Hello, Said It All, Julie, The Circus, How Did It Come to This, What Is Love, You, and Here. And if I had to pick a top 3, it would be Said It All, Julie, and You. With The Circus, the song being an honorary mention. Guys, please let me know your thoughts on this album and your top 3 tracks. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!